Hello to Parham Academy and welcome to my living room again and to today's PE lesson. Now I hope that you're all eager for today's PE lesson. Now today's PE lesson will be focusing on some gymnastics. Now remember last week we focused on the 5 jumps and that has some challenges at the end for you with your jumping skills. Okay. Now today we're going to be focusing on just some really basic shapes and also we're looking at balances. Okay. A lot of you have done that work before with me in the PE lesson, so it's going to be like a refresher lesson, and I also will give you some time at the end of the lesson for you to try some challenge pictures that will come up on the screen. Okay. Now we are going to do a warm-up, but when we do our warm-up and the rest of the lesson, please make sure that you have your shoes and socks off. Okay. So when you see me next for the warm-up, I won't have my shoes and socks on. Okay. Right. See you then. Hello Parham Academy and then welcome back to the warm-up. Now I've got my shoes and socks off. Okay, if we were back at Parham Academy and we were doing a lesson like this, we would have our shoes and socks off. Okay, I know last week for the jumping lesson we had our shoes and socks on. However, you know, when we're at school we have like gym mats down and they're a bit softer. Some of you might have carpet or wooden floor and we were doing quite active jumping, so I kind of thought maybe last week you're better just wearing your shoes. But in today's lesson, we're not going to be as active movement-wise. A lot of it's going to be quite static and still. Okay, so we can have our shoes and socks off. Okay, please make sure, because we have got our shoes and socks off, that you make sure you check the area that you're working in. Make sure there's nothing on the floor that's going to hurt your feet. Okay, and also hurt your hands. Okay, so just be wary of that. Obviously, you've got a safe space. If you've got a gym mat or if you want to put something else that's soft down, that's okay. Maybe like a towel. Okay, sometimes they might move. So you just have to be a little bit careful of that. And obviously, if you've got your water bottle, that would be great. Now, first thing for this warm up, we're just going to make sure our body is loose because we're going to do lots of holds today. Okay, so we're going to start off with the ankles. So again, just lifting your foot out. Again, if you need to hold on to a piece of furniture on the wall, or if you've got someone in the room, that's okay. So I'm just going to roll our foot one way, roll it back the other. Change our feet, roll it one way, and roll it around the other. Oh, I can't really do that myself. Okay, now we're going to go onto our tiptoes. So all I want you to do is lift your body up by just going on your tiptoes. One. Try and go as high as you can and then stretch up as high as you can and then relax. Go again with your tiptoes. Try and stretch up and relax. And one more time. Stretch up and relax. Okay, next thing. Okay, we're going to put our leg out, put our legs apart. We're going to bend our knee, okay, and then having that one straight. You can see my foot's gone out to the side. I'm going to keep our body up. I'm just going to bend down that knee. You put your hand there support. Okay, I need to get a bit wider. You should feel a stretch in the inside of your leg, okay, in your thigh region. And we just hold that stretch. Now, how long do we hold a stretch for? That's right, between 5 and 8 seconds. Okay, so we're going to go down. And then stop and go to the other side. Just keep your balance, it's not a quick action. You feel the stretch in there, and the inside of your thigh. Okay, good, come back up. Okay, and just shake that leg off. Now I'm going to go down to our knee. Okay, get your leg out. Oh, I don't think you can see me there properly. So get your leg out. Just stretch your toe outwards, okay, and then you should feel the stretch at the back of your legs, okay, that's your hamstring near your thigh, okay, and you just stretch down, bend your back a little bit, you can point to your toe if you want to, straight from the side position so you can see what it looks like from here, okay, just gentle stretch, okay, let's swap, Again, another gentle stretch. 5 to 8 seconds of taking our time. And we keep your balance. Okay, very, very good. Okay, just wobble your legs out again. Now, next one, okay, we're going to do our quad muscles, which are these big muscles here in your thighs. Again, if you need to hold on to a wall or someone else in your room, that is fine. All I want to do is grab my foot near the ankle and just hold it for the wall. Got to keep our balance. You can bend your standing knee if you want to a little bit to help you balance. Do the other side. Oh, I missed my foot. So I'm just keeping my balance. Very good. I'm just going to put that into a motion. So I'm going to do a lunge again. Okay, like we've done it previously. So the knees at 90 degrees. And back up. Go the other way. Oh, try not to fall down on that knee. Very good. Let's go for one more. Excellent. Okay, let's do some of our torso stretches. So we're just going to, again, twist our torso to the side. Look behind you. Come back to the middle. Twist. Look behind. Okay, one more time. Twist. Look behind. Back to middle, again twist, look behind. Again, we're just going to bend our torso again, so put one arm up. Just going to bend our body to the side. Just gentle reach. It should feel a nice kind of relaxation or release in this part of your body. Back up. Go to the other side. Back up. And again, we go back to that side again. And then that side. Excellent. Okay, so let's do some arm exercises. So I want to put one of your arms across your body, put this hand back up. You should just go just past the elbow. Lift my sleeves up so you can see. Okay, we're just going to, when our arm locks in, just push your arm that's in front, so my left arm, towards your body. You should feel a nice stretch on your shoulder. And then release. One more time on this side. Just take your time. Good. Let's do some shoulder rolls. So just isolating the shoulder backwards and forwards. And just make it longer to our arms. Just releasing that joint a little bit. And then going forwards. Okay, just going to stretch your hands out, just move your fingers, stretch them out, close, out, and close, and stretch out as far as you can. Come back, stretch your arms back as well, and then go forwards. If you want to bend your back a little bit, you can. And then go backwards, and then stretch forwards. Oh, great that dude. And then we're just going to do a really gentle neck roll, so chin to your chest. Roll your head gently around, really slowly, and back the other way. Okay, and we're just going to do a little bit of a jog on the spot. Just loosen up all those joints. And next one we just want you to do, go into your tiptoes. Just want to walk around the room in tiptoes with your arms out. Just taking your time. Go in any direction that you want. And if you can do toes and bending your knees at the same time. So let's go down lower. Walk around on your tiptoes, keep your balance. Just working that brain of yours. And then come back up. And relax your feet. Okay, so I will see you back in a second. Okay, you might want to get a quick drink for your first part of the lesson. Okay, we're going to look at the basic shapes. Okay, see you then. Okay, hello again. So we're going to be doing some basic shapes. Now, all these shapes I would expect I'll start teaching them in reception, and by the time we go through every year doing gymnastics, up to year 6 you should become experts at these shapes. These are the 13 basic shapes that we should have, okay, in our gymnastics knowledge and our brains, okay. So when we are doing these shapes are used in gymnastics all the time, and they can be used for going into some other shapes like just general kind of movement, okay, and they can also be used for starting routines or some rolls or some other jumps, okay. Now with these shapes, when I demonstrate them on the floor, I would like you to copy and have a go. Now when we're doing these shapes, I will show you from different angles, okay. You don't necessarily have to turn your body when you're doing them, okay, you just need to just stay in one position. If you feel that you need to have some more practice time, just press the pause button. If you're in school, your teacher might pause, or you're on the LSA, if you're at home, parent or carer might pause it, just for you to have a bit longer and have a go, okay? Now, there are three body positions, so we're going to start off with sitting, and then we might come to standing, and then we'll go into laying down, okay? I'm going to take my time over these things, okay? But when we are doing the shapes, please remember, okay, that it's not a quick activity, okay? Try and point your toes if you can. Now, remember, everyone is at a different ability in this, okay? So some of you are going to be really, really flexible, and some of you might not be so flexible. I come under the category of probably being as not as flexible as I used to be, okay? So we're just going to try our best, okay, with these shapes. And I believe everyone should be able to do it, even if the teachers and parents and carers at home are having a go, okay? Right, so for the first one, it's just going to be sat down, okay? Now, who can remember these three words? So we've got pike, straddle, and tuck. Okay, so if you're at home in a minute, you might just want to have a quick think if you know what pike, straddle, and tuck means. Okay, I'll give you a couple of seconds just to have a quick think about those three words. Okay, right, so at the minute I've got my legs out straight in front of me. I've got my toes pointing forwards, okay, and I've got my back up straight, and I've got my arms pointing towards my toes. Now you can see I haven't got my fingers out to the side, I've got them together and I'm pointing at my toes, okay. Who can tell me what position that would be? I'm just going to go to the side so you can see it as well. What position would that be? Anyone shout it out? At school I wouldn't normally get you to, but sometimes we do. Yes, that is the pike position. So the pike position, so this is the sitting down pike position. Everyone give that a go. Fantastic. Okay, let's go on to this position. So again, I've got my legs down flat on the floor, my toes are pointing, I've got my hands pointing to my toes, okay, trying to keep my back straight as possible. Who can tell me what that position is? What sitting down position is that? Excellent. I think some people said it. Yes, that is straddle. Very, very good. And that's when your legs are apart. Now, some of you can get them further apart. I can't get any further than this. Some of you might be, but you don't go too far apart. If you're just going that far apart and it's comfortable, that's okay. And again, from the side view. Fantastic. Now, what about this one? So my feet are together. I'm trying to get my knees together. I just can't do it. Okay. Oh, there you go. And from the side position, it looks like this. Who can tell me what this position is? Fantastic. Yes, it was tuck. Yeah, it was tuck. Now, in this position, we've got three basic sitting positions. Okay, so we had tuck, straddle, and pike. Okay, now, in your sitting down position, I'm going to say either tuck, straddle, or pike, and I want you to perform it without me helping you. Okay, we're going to do this for like 30 seconds. So when I say that position, if I say pike, you go to there, straddle, you go to there, and tuck, you go to that position. Okay, now let's have a go. So I'm not going to show you, you're just going to have a go. Right, pike. If you did that, well done. Straddle. If you did that position, fantastic. Pike. Yeah, I tried to trick you there, well done. So if you did that one, excellent. And tuck. Yes, so if you went into that position, knees bent, fantastic. So, okay, so we've done our three sitting down shapes. Okay, you can see I'm trying to, every time I come to talk to you, I try and cross my legs. Okay, now we're going to go to our standing positions. Okay, so in our standing positions, so we've got two more added to the pike, straddle, and tuck when we're in a standing position. So first one we're going to do, really simple, legs together, feet together, arms up, fingers pointed, okay, head looking forward, trying to keep our body as straight as possible, back straight, from the side it looks like that. Okay, who can tell me what that position is? Yeah, that's the pencil position, okay, or the straight position. We've got two choices, pencil or straight. Keep my body as straight as possible. Right, and the next one. My feet are in this position, our hands are out. I'm looking straight forward, remember, fingers together, toes pointed. Okay, what does that position look like? Fantastic, yes. Some of you might have said broad bean from the bean game. However, this is the star position. What is it? The star position. Fantastic. Okay, so next one in the standing section. Okay, so how would we do a standing tuck? Now you remember what the basis of a tuck is the bending of the knees. So what do we think a standing tuck is? How are we going? Yeah. Excellent. So when we do a standing tuck, our feet remain on the floor. We bend our knees. Oh, sorry for the clicking there. And just put our hands around our knees, and it's in that position there. Some of you will be able to get your feet together. Okay. If you're losing balance, you might just want to put your feet further apart. Again, from the front position, looks like that. Okay. What about the standing pike position? What do you think that is? The standing pike position. So if you remember about the standing pike position from the sitting down, we had our legs straight and our back was kind of 90 degrees and our arms were pointing to our toes. So how can we do that in standing? Fantastic. So we have our legs there, bend down. Now if you can't touch your toes, that's okay. Okay, but try and get your back straight. Then I can't go further than that. I can really push myself, but I want to be comfortable. If you can touch your toes, you maybe want to try and do that. So that there is the standing pike. So from the front view, standing pike position. Okay, next we've got the standing straddle. So what can people remember about the standing straddle position? What do we want to do about standing straddle? Remember, in the straddle our legs are apart, hands pointed to our toes, and we had a bent 90-degree back. Don't know what I'm doing with my hand there, but 90-degree back. Alright, so we go. So standing straddle, legs slightly apart, you bend your back and you point to your toes. Okay, you don't have to have your legs too far apart. And again, if I was going from the side, it would be that position there. So, again, very good. So remember we did straight, or pencil, sorry, star, standing straddle, standing tuck, and standing pike. Now when I say one of those positions, I would like you to have a go. Ready, standing star. Excellent, if you did that, fantastic. Let's say standing pencil. Very good, if you did that position, fantastic. Standing tuck. Good, if you went there to there, high five. Standing pike. That's it there. And last one, standing straddle. Yeah, if you went to this position, good job. Okay, so we've done our standing position, and there was 5 in there, and then we have done our sitting down positions, which were 3. Now we're going to go to our lying down positions, okay? So we're going to go to our lying down positions, okay? I probably find 3 of these shapes a little bit more difficult, but I'm going to give it a go. So, first what I'm going to do, have a nice lie down. I'm going to do lying down pencil. So again, body lies down, arms out to the back, pointing your toes and your hands, okay? So that is your lying down pencil position. What do you think the lying down star one is? Give it a go. Yep, so fantastic. Lying down star is your arms and legs are out, pointing your toes and fingers. Great job. Come back up. What about lying down tuck? Now who can remember lying down tuck? What do we need to do for tuck? Yeah, we need to bend our knees. So, I'm going to lie on my back. Okay, bend my knees. And I go to this position, okay? So my knees are together, feet together, pointing my toes. I can tuck my head into my knees or I can keep it out back. It's entirely up to you. So lying down, tuck. Very good. And I've gone into a sitting tuck here. So what about lying down pike? This is the hard one. What about lying down pike? Because you'd have to really use your stomach muscles. Now remember, pike, your back is straight, your legs are straight, lying down pike, and your arms are pointing to your toes. Yeah, I'm going to try and look like a U, a capital U. So my back goes on the ground, legs up straight, toes pointed. I can either get my head down or lift up. I'm pointing to my toes. Okay, some of you might be able to get it close together. If you can, that's fantastic. Okay, and you're pointing there. And if I just showed you from this position, okay, so again, very good. So, next one, what have you got left? Yeah, lying down straddle. So, we can do lying down straddle. What do we think? So legs apart. This one's probably the hardest one. Yeah, let's have a go at lying down straddle, legs apart. So again, on your back, using these stomach muscles. So legs out, pointed. Now I can't get my legs too wide, okay, and I can't get them up in a lying down straddle, so I'm going to do it as best as I can. If you can do it a bit wider and come towards you, that's great. But try not to bend your knees, okay? Try and keep your legs straight. So it goes up and pointing to my toes. Head up, because I think it helps me. If I went to this position here, again, pointing to my toes. Fantastic. So we had lying down pencil. lying down star, lying down tuck, lying down pike, and lying down straddle. Okay, they were the basic 13 shapes that we need to know. Now, on the next couple of slides, on the next section of the video, sorry, there will just be the words of either the standing or lying or sitting down shapes. There's going to be a random selection. When it comes up on the screen, I want you to give it a go and try and perform the shapes. Then I'll come back and then we'll look at the balancing. Okay, so we'll look at some balancing. And we're going to talk about point balance in today's lesson. Okay, so next part of the video, it will probably say something like, in fact, I'm not going to tell you, but it will just say something. It will just say standing, and then the shape, and then next one shape, next one shape. Okay, and I want you to try and perform that shape, and then I'll see you at the end of those little challenges. Okay, see you then. Hello Partner Academy. So we're going to be looking at balances now. So we did our shape part of the lesson. I'm just going to expand this a little bit more into other shapes, but balances in particular. So everyone is balanced. Even at the minute when I'm walking around, I am balanced because I'm not falling over. Even when I'm standing here, I am balanced. Okay. So when we are balanced, okay, that means we are in control over our bodies and that we are not wobbling or falling to the ground, okay? So I'm in control of my body and all of you are in control of your body at home, okay? Now, we're going to be looking at point balances today, okay? So point balances, just explain how many parts of your body are touching the floor, okay? So, for example, at the minute, I am doing a 2-point balance. Now, why do you think I'm doing a 2-point balance at this very second? Okay, so some of you are thinking there, okay, I'm doing a 2-point balance because 2 parts of my body are touching the floor. Okay, so 2 parts of my body are touching the floor. Now, they're touching the floor, so I'm doing a 2-point balance. And this is a very, very simple 2-point balance. Okay, now we're going to be using lots of different parts of our body today. So if we just have a think, how many different parts of our body could we use for our balance lesson? So we've got our head, the top of our head, our forehead, we've got our elbows, our hands, our fingers, okay? Our shoulders, okay? We've got our elbows. We've also got our floor, like the side of our arm. We've got our chest, our upper back, our lower back, neck. Probably won't use our neck, but you know. We've got our thighs, our knees, our shins, our feet obviously, okay, your toes. We even got your bottom, okay, so there's all these different parts of your body you can use today. So we're going to start on 1-point balance. Now, there's not a lot of 1-point balances, but there's lots of different shapes you can make with 1-point balances. So what 1 point balance can you think of? Yeah, really, really simple. A 1 point balance, okay, could just be this, because only one part of my foot is touching the ground, okay, and another part and my other foot is off the ground. And I could quite simply change that. I could put my other foot on the floor, and if you copy me at this time, okay, and put my one foot on the floor and my other foot in the air. And that is a 1 point balance. Now I'm not good enough to balance on just one hand, okay? I'm not good enough to balance on my head, but you know, some of you might be able to expand this. What other 1 point balance? I mean, some of you, I don't know. Let's have a look. What other part of my body could I balance on? Yeah, let's give this one a go. Okay. And some of you just balance on your bottom. Okay. So I've just got my bottom on the floor. Okay. My legs are up. My arms are up. I'll show you from this position. Can everyone have a go at that? Now, I would say to hold a really good balance, you need to hold it between, I'd say, about 5 to 10 seconds. You can be really, really still. Now, what does stillness mean? Yeah, stillness means that you don't wobble or move. Okay, so let's try that 1 point balance on your bottom again, and try and be as still as you can. Ready, go. Point your toes, point your fingers. Excellent. Can anyone think of another body part that you can balance on just to make it a 1 point balance? Yeah. Let's try just the back. So you can go on our back. My bottom has to be raised a little bit. So for me, I'm going to point my toes and put my arms to the side and lift my head up. Very good. Now, if you want to pause the button now, and you can have a go at any other, be as creative if you want to be, any other 1 point balances, please press pause now. If you don't want to, and you want to carry on the video, just carry on the video. Now, remember, any time we're doing balances, we try and stay still. Okay, that means not moving, got to really concentrate, using your brain to really focus all your muscles in your body. Remember, our fingers must be together, toes must be pointing out. Okay, right, let's go on to 2 point balances. Now, we said from the start, 2 feet on the ground, 2 point balance. Okay, what other 2 point balances could we do? So I've got 2 feet. 2 feet. I can never think. What other ones can we do? Now, I'm going to show you a few, and then if you pause it, you might want to be creative and try and have another go. So let's have a go. I'm going to go for a 2 point balance. Let's do one hand, one foot. Okay. So my other hand and my other foot have got to be off the ground. So I'm going to go for my right foot and my left hand. Let's give this a go. Right foot, left hand. I'm going to try and hold it 8 seconds. Really concentrating. Excellent. How did you do on that one? Okay. Now you could just do the other one and do your right hand and your left foot. Some of you, I don't want to be careful in your surroundings. You might want your parents to help you. You might do a handstand, but be really careful. Don't try that in your classroom. You haven't got mats or anything there. So let's have a look. What else could I do? I'm going to go to. You could go to 2 knees, or I'm going to go to a knee and a foot. But can you see from the back, I've got my foot in the air for this one, look. So I've got my one foot, my other foot's on the ground, sorry. But this foot is off the ground, so that would be 3. So I've got one knee, one foot, and I'm going to put my hands by my side, pointing out, head straight. Fantastic. Can you think of any other 2 point balances? Can you think of any other 2 point balances? Pause the button and then you can have another go at trying to think of as many 2-point balances as you can. Okay, so this time I'm going to look at 3-point balances. Okay, so we'll look at 3-point balances. So it gets a little bit more tricky now because I can't just stay on my 2 feet. Okay, you need to think a bit out of the box. So what am I do? Okay, so I'm going to go for 2 hands, 1 knee. Yeah, 2 hands, 1 knee. Okay, so have a look. So I put 2 hands on the floor, 1 knee on the floor, and I've got that foot raised up. And I put my leg up to the sky, pointing my toes. Let me keep my body as still as possible. Very good, so that's one of them. What else could I do? So put my knee on the floor. Got 2 hands. Maybe 2 feet, 1 hand. Is that possible? Let's have a go. So 2 feet, 1 hand. So I'm going to get down into that position. So 2 feet, 1 hand. Very good. Now, can you come up with any other 3-point balances where you've got 3 parts of your body touching the ground? Okay, I know some of you can be very, very creative, so if you want to press the pause button now, and then you can have a go at creating some other 3-point balances. Okay, so now we're on to 4-point balances. So that means we're going to have 4 parts of our body touching the ground. Okay, or the floor, sorry, so 4 parts of your body. So, the easiest one, I think, would probably be hands and feet. So we go with hands and feet, okay? So 2 feet on the floor and then 2 hands, okay? So, I'm going to go for that position. Okay, I'm going to keep my back straight, hands and feet. We call this a front support position. Excellent. I could probably do it the other way around, couldn't I? So my face was facing downwards that time, and I had my face upwards. Let's have a go. You might, obviously you can have a go as well. So 2 hands down, feet. This is a back support position. Can we come away from our hands and our feet? What do you think? Yep, could use our knees, but I'm going to use my bottom. Okay, so I'm going to have 2 hands, 1 bottom, and 1 foot. So there you go. I've got 1 foot, 1 bottom, and 2 hands for 4 points. Okay, excellent. Can you think of any more 4-point balances? If you can, and you want to have a go and be a bit more creative, press the button, okay, pause it for a little while, okay, and have a go at making 4-point balances. Okay, if you're in school, your teacher might want to help you to do that. If you're at home, you can control the screen. Okay, let's go on to 5-point balance. Now, what do you think we can do for 5-point balance? This is quite hard, this one. Ooh. So let me have a look. Again, I'm going to go with my bottom again, and 2 feet and 2 hands. Right, so have a go. Obviously you copy as well, so I've got my bottom on the floor, 2 feet, 2 hands. Really, really simple, okay? Don't have to work this hard for this one, but I've got my bottom, 2 hands and 2 feet. Keeping very still. Right, let's go to another one. I'm going to go to 2 knees, my head, and 2 hands. So knees, make sure my feet are up. So both my knees on the ground, both my hands, and my head. Trying to keep
keep as still as possible, pointing my toes, fingers together.
Very good. Now, there is a challenge one. So again, sorry, if you want to have a go at doing the 5-point balance, okay, again, pause the button now and have a go at making some more 5-point balances. Okay, so the last one that I'm going to show are 6-point balance. So how can we do 6-point balance? 6-point balance. Ooh, that's really hard. I'm going to quick think so I can put my hands. So let's have a go at this one. So I'm going to go knees, and look what I've done. I put my toes on the floor, or feet. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep that really still. Okay. I could even lift the hand up and put my head on the floor to make it 6. Okay. Again, can you come up with any different 6-point balances? Have a real think. Use your body in different ways. Could go to the side. Okay, if you want to have a go, press the button now and pause the button. Fantastic. Now, on the next part of the video, there'll be a picture comes up. Now, on that picture are lots of different pictures, smaller pictures of different balances. Okay, so what I like to do is when that picture comes up, I want you to pause the button so you can see it on your screen. And I want you to have a go at as many of them as you can. Okay? Please make sure you're safe. Okay? If you're trying something that's really difficult, you might want a carer, or if your teacher or your LSA is in the room. Okay, to make sure that you are safe. If you are doing this on, make sure your surface is safe. You know, sometimes you probably need to keep your shoes and socks on if the floor is not great. Okay, so it's up to you what you need to do. So when that screen comes up, just press pause, and then you can have a go at doing those ones. Okay? Good luck, have a go. Hello, Pike Academy. So, how did you get along with those challenge pictures that came up on the screen? Okay, I hope that they all went well, and I hope that you got to try as many as you can. Remember, you can use this video to practice them during the week. If you have taken any pictures or videos from today's lesson, please send it to your teachers, who will then forward it to me. Thank you very much for participating in today's lesson, and then I will see you next time for your next PE lesson. Okay, have a good week.